The Community Shield is tomorrow, and today, I haven't done this for a while, but it's a match prediction, and it's the start of the new season. It's a big game. Some people might say it's just a Community Shield, but I think for Arsenal, Man City, it's definitely bigger than that. But before I go any further, got to shout out all the Pakistanis. Happy Independence Day for yesterday. I hope you all celebrated it well. I hope you all ate your biryanis, and on top of that, I hope you all stayed out of trouble. I've got to lose the hat though. I don't think it suits me. But if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you do all that good stuff because you want to stay along. Because the new season's about to start and we're going to have a lot of content coming out. Arsenal Man City Community Shield. It's been a recurring theme for the longest period. Well, not the longest period, probably say the last few years. Arsenal have been Community Shield experts. I think we've got the most in the country and it's something that we've kind of been labelled. We can only win Community Shields. But thankfully this time, we are now Premier League champions. So we're going into Community Shield as the champions. And on top of that, Man City have had a huge shake-up. The shake-up could be proving to be a difficult time for Man City because of all the changes that they're having. With the manager, with the players, a lot of outgoings, a lot of incomings as well from what we've seen. And they're on the verge of getting Enzo Fernandez. Well, we hope so anyway. They had the deadline of 120 million that needed to be sent on Friday. They didn't do it, so I don't know if this deal will proceed. Some sources are saying that Man City are still in the works for Enzo Fernandez. Some sources are saying no. But nonetheless, Rodri could be still on his way out. Will he feature in the game tomorrow? I highly doubt it. If he's on Barcelona's radar and Man City are waiting for us the substantial fee, then I don't think they want to risk playing Rodri in case he gets injured and can hurt his stock. Arsenal, on the other hand, got two new additions, which I think will be starting and will be impact players. Some of the themes actually that have been going on behind the scenes is Victor Osimhen linked to Arsenal. Gabriel Martinelli has just refused to join the Turkish giants Galatasaray. It doesn't seem like a project which appeals to him. And I'm not mad at that. You know, I've always liked Martinelli. I'm glad he's kind of staying at Arsenal because, you know, he does offer a lot off the ball. Obviously, on the ball is not as significant. But then that's why we brought in Zolis. Hopefully, Zolis can be the saviour for the left wing. There are some players that are still dead weight on the Arsenal team which still need to be sold. But they could be featuring tomorrow. Now, the likes could be Fabio Vieira, Gabby Jesus, Nelson. These players are all on the transfer block, ready to be sold. Hamburg are interested in Vieira. Gabby Jesus looks like his deal with Napoli's over. And Reece Nelson could be sold for 3 million to West Ham. I mean, our fees when it comes to receiving for players is absolutely terrible. But like I said, don't really care about that. All we care about as Arsenal fans is what's coming in. We make lots of revenue from the league, from the competitions for winning the league. So I don't think any outgoings would have a huge dent on our revenue each and every single transfer window. But I had an idea, though, about Osimhen and Jesus. I don't know what you guys think, but how do you feel about Gabby Jesus going to Galatasaray as a swap deal? Probably cash their way as well, because Osimhen's probably he's more prolific up front, and on top of that, he's younger. I think that's a good deal. I think they should try to explore that. The only thing holding teams back from Gabby Jesus is just the wages. The wages are crazy. I read a stat the other day. It said, since Gabby Jesus and his time at Arsenal, he's accumulated £56 million. Mad. And the guy's barely featured in the last few years because of injuries. But just think about that. £56 to sit on the stretcher. I'll do that every day of the week, bruv. I'll be honest. Happily. But anyway, let's get into a team sheet and the scoreline. I don't want to bore you lot already. More than I have. But yeah, let's go with the team sheet. So, David Raya in goal. Please, no Kepa. If he starts Kepa, we will lose. Right back, Benny Blanco. Right centre back, Mosquera. Left centre back, Gabriel. Left back, Hincapié. Central midfield, I do not want to see Declan Rice. Even though he is travelling with the squad and been training, I don't want to see him feature. This guy needs rest, bro. Like, please. That's why I bought Bruno Guimaraes in. But speaking of Bruno Guimaraes, I'm saying central midfield. Let's chuck a little Skelly on the left. Let's chuck a little Bruno Guimaraes in the middle. And then let's do Undergone on the right. On the right wing, I think let's rest Saka. Let's give a little Madueke a little run. Left wing, let's go with Zolis. That's two players with their debuts against Man City. Zolis looks really sharp in pre-season, got a few assists, got a goal, scored a cracking penalty. Why not start him? And then up front, I'm going to go with man like Gyökeres. Glock 14 to Gyökeres. He said he's been training, working on his positioning, lost a bit of weight. We're going to erase that flick that he tried to do against Borussia Dortmund. That is no longer in our memory bank, so let's get rid of that. And yeah, I think that's a great squad. Man City, how they line up, it'll be interesting, I'll be honest. But they've got a new manager, so whether their lineup is irrelevant, I think it's important to see how the manager and his philosophy is adapted by the Man City players. That's the most important thing. And lastly, the scoreline. Man City are still a force. Whether they have the new manager or not, they've got amazing players. They've got Haaland up front, Doku. They've got, Rodri if he does play. So yeah, I'm going to say 2-1 Arsenal. My goal scorers will be Gyökeres, and I'm going to say a penalty by Bruno Guimaraes. So Bruno Guimaraes and Gyökeres with a goal, and I'm going to say a goal for Man City, of course, and I think it's going to be Haaland. We are Community Shield experts. I do expect us to win. If we don't, some fans might say it's only Community Shield. No. I think winning that will kind of set the tone for the season. Let's try to go out there. Let's try to get the win. Start the season off on a high. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below about whether you think we'll win, what the scoreline will be. And yeah, Jesus for Osimhen, swap deal plus cash. I think that sounds good, man. Till next time.